right, you can see that I put another eye on there, and with eyelashes, and I did the same thing for the whiskers. I poked little holes, made tiny little coils, put some slip in the holes, and then put the coils in. Okay, so there's a little more I want to do with those eyes. I'd like some details on the eyes. Right now there are no pupils in there, and I can just do that very simply by poking a pencil in there. Now, depending on the character you have, mine happens to have round irises there, but yours might have a different shape. Either way, you can just do it with a pencil. Like that. Okay, and now we want to think about more detail. But before we do more detail, we're going to have to hollow out this piece. Remember, the bottom is solid. Okay, so this next step, before we add any kind of texture onto this, we're going to be hollowing out the bottom of the piece. You're going to need a carving tool. There's several different kinds of carving tools you can use for this. Okay, we have a carving tool that looks like this. Okay, we have one that looks like this, one that looks like this. All right, so basically the idea is that you need to follow the thumb rule. The thumb rule being that your clay can't be any thicker than the width of your thumb. Otherwise, when it goes into the kiln, if there's any air stuck in there, the air and the moisture in the air is going to expand when it heats up, and it will break your clay. So to make the thumb rule work, we're going to have to go in there and we're going to have to hollow out underneath and up into the face of your character. So you're going to take your piece, you're going to turn it upside down, look at the bottom, okay? And it helps to draw a line where you need to cut out. So if you just go in here and just make it, indicate where it is that you need to cut out. So you're going to be cutting out this area right there. This part on the edge is going to stay, and you want to make sure that that is not thicker than the width of your thumb. Right now it is. In the drawing that I did makes it thicker. However, once I start carving, it's probably going to come out a little bit, maybe to about right there, and then the thickness will be right. And all you need to do is you take your carving tool and you press it in and you remove the clay. And you're going to have to keep doing that until you're going all the way up into the piece to remove. So let me take some of that out. I'm going to move this out of the way so that you can see how I'm doing it, like this. You'll notice you're going to have to be very careful about how you're holding your piece while you're removing the clay. To be really gentle, you don't want to go so far down that you poke a hole through. So once you've worked with the larger tool, you might have to go in there with a smaller one to remove clay down inside there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the end.